Para abogar, to advocate. When I walk into the classroom, Mr. Flores is eating lunch and watching a video on his laptop. I hear a voice saying, Natasha Ramsey was released from the hospital this morning. Mr. Flores pauses the video. Sorry, I forgot we had an appointment. He pushes his sandwich to the side. Come on over here, Jade, have a seat. You can finish watching if you want, I tell him. Oh, I was watching the press conference they had this morning on Natasha Ramsey's case, but I can get to it later, he says. I'd like to watch it with you if that's okay. I sit at Mr. Flores' desk. He touches the play button. We watch the doctor finish his statement, and then Vancouver's mayor speaks. Someone representing the family ends up thanking the citizens of Vancouver, Portland area for their support and prayers. When the video is over, Mr. Flores says, I'm so relieved she's going to be okay. Physically, anyway. Who knows what the psychological damage will be. He closes his computer. Thanks for suggesting we watch it together, he says. So, ¿qué pasa? I hesitate. My problem seems trivial now after remembering Natasha Ramsey. There are worse things happening in this world. But if I don't say it now, I never will. I just wanted to ask you a question, I say. I wanted to know why you didn't think to nominate me for the study abroad program. I look away, down at the floor, before I get a glimpse of his reaction. Well, Jade, that's a good question. I give him my reasons why I deserve to go. I have an A in your class. You always pick me to help people in the class who are struggling, and you know this is an opportunity to do volunteer work and service that would look really good on my college resume. Plus, without the study abroad program, I doubt I'll ever get an opportunity to travel internationally. Maybe I shouldn't have said that last point, but it's true, and he needs to know. Mr. Flores' face changes color like a mood ring. He's white, pink, red. He takes a deep breath. You're right, that technically you deserve to go. But I wanted to be fair to the other students, he tells me. You have a lot of support and are in a lot of programs. He pauses, then continues. Jade, other students need opportunities too. Then he wraps up the rest of his sandwich and puts it in his bag. I'm not saying the students who were nominated shouldn't have been. I'm saying I should have been too. Why am I only seen as someone who needs and not someone who can give, I ask. Mr. Flores doesn't answer my question. Instead, he says, don't you realize you're in those programs because we believe in you? We know you have potential. That SAT prep class you were in last year is going to make it easier for you when it comes to take the test. Mr. Flores sits forward in his seat, like he's going to stand, like he's ready to go and be done with this conversation. I get it. I get up. Mr. Flores stands, walks me to the door. It's my job to care about all my students, Jade. I have to be fair, he tells me. Fair? I can't even leave without telling him the rest of how I feel. I turn to him and make sure I'm not raising my voice or talking with an attitude. It's a sincere question. How is it fair that the girl who tutors half the people chosen for the study abroad program doesn't get to go? You've given me an A+ every semester, and you didn't think it would be fair to nominate me? I didn't expect for tears to come. First they are in my throat. Then my voice is weak and shaking, and I realize I'm not just mad about all of this, I'm sad. I face the door before any tears fall. You don't have to answer that, I tell him. Thanks for letting me talk with you. I leave the room. I still have control over my emotions. I hear Mr. Flores say something like, maybe I'm sorry, maybe just goodbye. I go into the bathroom, hide in the stall, and let everything out I was holding in. I hear footsteps and flushes and running water, and I wait until I know for sure no one is here before I step out. I doubt my conversation with Mr. Flores will change anything, but at least he knows how I feel. At least I spoke up.